So for the past 25 minutes, nothing I said has been recorded because I did not click the red button on my phone. Great. I hate roaches. Who doesn't? But no, like, I really hate roaches. In psychology, we're learning about phobias, and I have diagnosed myself with roach phobia, if that's even a thing. Also in psychology, they teach reinforcement of phobias, meaning if you avoid whatever you're scared of, you are strengthening your fear. So more recently, I've had this really long and drawn out battle with a roach. I was fixing my mat under my bed one day, and here come the roach underneath my mat. Like, I have the mat there so I can wipe off my feet before I go to bed, because who wants to go to bed with dirty feet, you know what I mean? So I was fixing the mat, and a roach comes out from under the mat. Like, sir, where did you come from? You don't live here, you don't pay rent, I don't know what you're doing. Anyway, I didn't know he was there, under the mat. That's such a crazy place to be. I tried to use a vocab word there, but my mind couldn't think of one. What's another word for crazy? Is obscene another word for crazy? Is it? I have to Google that. Anyway, so I didn't know what to do, but I just watched him. Like, you know how roaches, like, sometimes they crawl out and then they just stay there for like a good 2 seconds? And you're like, and he's like, and you're like, and then I didn't know what to do, but luckily I had a box like really close to me. So I just picked it up and I just, ow.
Wow! You're an idiot!
I just picked it up and I threw it at him, and I thought I smushed it, but mind you, like, a box is really lightweight, so I doubt I would be doing much damage to a roach. But I really, in my head, thought I had smushed him, and it was right before I was going to bed, so I was like, listen, like, I don't want to stay up at night trying to fight this roach. I'm trying to go to bed. So I went to bed that night and got covered my ears because, you know, sometimes the roaches like dark places. My mom scared me with that. I covered my ears and I went to bed. And 2 weeks passed and I didn't do anything because I was kind of scared that that he would somehow be alive and be vengeful and want to attack me. But I got big and brave and bold one day and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take this box and pick it up and I'm gonna just see if I expected to see a dead body. I was like, I'm gonna pick it up, I'm gonna get the courage, I was gonna use another word, but this is school appropriate. I was gonna get a broom and I was gonna sweep the roach up into the dustpan and throw him in the toilet. That was my plan. The plan failed. I picked up the box and I was expected to see a dead roach body. Here come the roach crawling up the box and looking at me. So I'm looking at him like this, and he looking at me like this. And he didn't move for the 2 seconds. Remember what I said about the 2 seconds? Yeah, he did the 2 seconds. And then I kicked the box. I don't know. You know, in psychology you have a parasympathetic nervous system. It's fight or flight. I thought I could fight. I was wrong. He said, are you kicking me? And he crawled into my room. Like, what? You're in my room? You're in my room, sir? That's like the worst thing that could happen. And you know how your room has this, like, the door doesn't exactly touch the floor because that, I guess, allows it to swing more fluidly. But, there's this just area, this space where anything could crawl under there. And that's what the roach did. He crawled under my door, which is like, no. I'm like, door, why you do this? Why you fail me? Door, you're supposed to be protecting me. Anyway, so he crawled in and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Should I get something? So I don't remember what I got. I think I might have gotten the roach spray. But I got it and I went into the room to see where this roach was, and he was nowhere to be found. Like, roaches are the craftiest things on the planet. I don't know what they do. They just, as soon as you see them, it's like 2 seconds they're gone, and they only come out at night and they're already dark. Like, you know, roaches are like, they're just already dark. They do their thieving in the night. They're like the blacks of the insects.
Boy, if you don't get...
They're dark, so they come out at night. This is not politically correct. I must stop myself here. But so I got into the room and he was gone, and I didn't know what to do because you're in my room, my abode, my I was gonna say it in Spanish. How you say dormitorio? Probably sound really gringo. Anyway, so I
that you had you could you do you want you could do so you
I thought I thought the roach would be in there just waiting for me, like waiting his 2 seconds, but he wasn't. He was gone, and I didn't know what to do, right? Yeah. I didn't know what to do because it was my room. I sleep here. I work here. I don't eat here because if I ate there would be more roaches. Anyway, so I didn't know what to do. I was like confused, and roach was in my room for, I don't know. I just knew I was not gonna stay in there with a roach in my room. So after he went in my room and I couldn't find him, I evacuated everything and I moved into the guest room. No, I wasn't playing any games. And periodically I'd go back in there to get clothes for school or homework or whatever I needed. And this happened for like the rest of the month. And when I finally worked up the courage to go back in, the roach greeted me with a nice surprise. I was doing homework and I thought I was safe. I was like, okay, he probably died, because I did manage to spray the roach once. I think. I might have missed. My aim is horrible. So I thought I sprayed the roach once at least. But lo and behold, he was crawling up my leg while I was doing homework. Like,
then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life.
excuse me, this is mine, not yours. Like, these roaches really think they're big and bold. Like, they're really coming into my house without my permission. They're not paying any rent. They're eating off of me. They're scaring me. They're not allowing me to go into different rooms. Like, who are you? Anyway, so after that, I was like, it's over. Throw the whole house away. Take my room. You only live for a year, which is surprisingly long for an insect, and you live for 7 days without your head? No. Take my room. Take my house. I will live outside. Take it. I stayed into the guest bedroom for the rest of the month afterwards. And one time I did go back into my room in the middle of the night to get something, and I saw him there, but he crawled away, and I was like, dang, there goes my opportunity. But one night I got a second opportunity. I saw that the roach was in the corner. Like, I opened my room door, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's there. I need to get the spray, and the spray was nowhere near me. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know where the spray is. Why is nothing, why?
Why?
Why is nothing working out for me? And I didn't know where I put the spray, but it wasn't there. And by the time I actually found the spray, which was downstairs, the roach had moved into another place. And I was like, dang, there goes my opportunity for killing this roach. But right before I went to bed, I saw him around the bed corner. I was like, where's the spray? And I ran for the spray, and I sprayed him twice. And he ran away, but I was like, at least I sprayed you. And then I just hopped out my room, didn't even turn off the lights. I just ran out because I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then about 2 weeks later, no, not 2 weeks, 2 days, I go into my room and I see him like this. And he's like, and I'm like, yes, is it only me, or does anybody else get really happy when they see the roach body? It's a feeling of relief when you don't know where an insect is, but then when you see them dead, it's like, okay, I could go to sleep happily. I know you're not gonna crawl on me in the middle of the night. And I was just really relieved, and that was pretty much it. I just swept him up and threw him in the toilet and flushed it. Said, haha, I live longer than a year. Anyway, that was pretty much it. That was my most recent roach experience that drove me to create this video. Thank you for watching. I know I need to edit the crap out of this.